Hello Cancer, it's Lisa, and here is your June 10th to 16th, 2024 general reading. This is just a general reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all my contact information is in the description box below this video. Okay, Cancer, so let's see what's in store for you this week. So the overall message for you is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is all about listening to your gut. You can use other people's sounding boards, but it's all about listening to your gut. And it's interesting, they're talking about listening to your body. And kind of like, don't listen to what everybody else tells you should do. You can get some information, but ultimately you need to follow what's right for you. I know a lot of your readings are always about health and fitness or well-being. So we'll get some more clarity as we go in. But if this is what it's about like, even listening to social media or what people think, like this works for them and this is how you should do it. And it's like, you know what? I tried that and I can do a combination of this, this, and this, because that's what my body feels like I need to do. Right? So this is what's right for me. And that's sort of what they're saying. It's about listening to your gut, but really listening to your body and what does your body tell you you need to do this week. And then, so if your body's telling you need to rest, then you need to rest. If your body's telling you you need to feed it this, then you need to listen to it. It's really starting to listen to your body rather than your mind. Okay, so then the challenge you have this week is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about having these hopes and dreams and reassessing them. What is it that you want, right? And really kind of saying, okay, this is what I want. And if we're talking about well-being, I want to be the best version of myself. Maybe a year ago it was like, I want to be this much weight and I want to be super buffed. And now a year later, you might be like, you know what? I don't necessarily want to be that skinny or that whatever. I just want to be healthy and the best version of myself, whatever that looks like. And I'll listen to my body, and when I'm in the right place, so it's reassessing that and then start making it happen and start taking action. If it's about career, same thing, reassessing that, or relationships, reassessing that, and then start taking action towards making it happen. And then where you need to focus this week is taking one step at a time, one moment at a time, not knowing how it's all going to come together, but just doing what you need to do. And then as you take the steps forward, the wands will start to fall away, and it will reveal itself how it's all going to come together. So it's really kind of one of those things where certain things may be leading you to certain things. I say it often where you focus on one area of your life and it ripples into everything else. So again, if they're talking about well-being, you focus on your well-being and it ripples into your career. You start feeling better about yourself, or the actions and what you learn lead you to a new career. We don't know, but that's sort of what they're saying. Take the steps now and it's leading you somewhere, and it's not revealing itself right now, but it will as you go forward. And then what you don't see coming will reveal in a minute. So we will get some clarity on this. So the Page of Wands, listening to your gut, and they keep saying, listen to your body and what's right for your body. I just wanted to take a moment to apologize for my voice. And if I have to cough or take a drink, I was traveling to do some ghost hunting and some research for my next book, and I picked up COVID along the way. So I haven't been able to do my daily pulls because I've been really sick and no voice, but I am feeling a bit better today, and I really, really wanted to get my videos out to you guys. So I'm pushing myself to do it. So I apologize if I cough or start to need a drink or anything like that along the way. But let's get back to you. Okay, so the Page of Wands, all about listening to your gut. And they keep saying, again, every time I say that, your body, listening to your body and what's right for your body. The Six of Swords, so this is so interesting. The Six of Swords is about learning and earning your success. So gathering lessons as you move forward. So again, if it's about well-being, it's kind of going, I tried this and I tried that and I tried this. And it's gathering those lessons to say, you know what? I know that I can't eat that, but I can eat that. And I know that this exercise doesn't work for me, but this does. Or I know mental health wise, this doesn't work and this triggers me. So you're learning along the way. Instead of looking at things as like failures or hardships, it's learning to look at things as all teaching moments. I go through these things to teach me what to do and what not to do. And when you look at things like that, it almost makes you more excited about trying different things. Like, I'm going to try this and see how it works. And maybe this is the thing, and this is what my body's telling me I need to do this. And you start to really kind of, you've gathered all these lessons and you need to start utilizing them now. The Seven of Pentacles is that you've planted the seeds to your success. So you have started doing some stuff. You have gathered a lot of lessons. And now it's just kind of being open to where it's leading you and doing the work that you need to do in order to have the success that you want to have. So it's time for you to kind of start applying things and also being open to new ways of doing things as you move forward. So it's sort of that feeling of, you know, as you do certain things, you learn certain things, you learn new ways of doing things and going, oh, okay, so that worked. I've outgrown that. Now I'm going to add this in. I'm going to take that away and add this. So you're constantly growing. And the more that you're open to doing that, the more success you'll have, rather than being just structured and saying, this is the only way I'm going to do it and there's no other way. Then you're not going to have as much success as you want to have. Think of it as planting a plant in a small pot. And if you keep it in that pot, it's only going to grow so much. If you transplant it into bigger and bigger things, or even plant it outside, it will grow huge, and then you'll reap the benefits of all the fruit that it bears, right? So it's just not limiting and being open to adapting as you move forward and not so structured. So the challenge is getting over this kind of, it feels like this dream that you had of being this or doing this, right? And it's kind of like, you know what, you need to kind of let that go and you need to refocus on what are your hopes and dreams. And it's just a challenge this week to do that, because it's kind of like, you know, sometimes we want something so bad for so long, and then we kind of get to this place where we're like, oh, maybe I don't want that. But then it's like, it's like denial. You don't want to admit it. So it's really kind of a challenge for you to reassess this week what it is that you really want. And when you do that, oh, interesting. They're saying that there's an opportunity coming out of the blue when you least expect it that may give you, they're showing me the infinity sign. Anytime they show me the infinity sign, it can be that one happens first rather than the other for each of you out there. So it can be that you reassess your hopes and dreams and you start making things happen, and then it leads you to an opportunity coming out of the blue. And for others, it can be that this opportunity comes out of the blue and you're like, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. But then you reassess your hopes and dreams and going, but yeah, that's cool. Maybe I do want to do that, right? So it's kind of, it feels like it can be, because this is general, a little different for each of you, but it feels really like there's an opportunity coming that's going to kind of lead you to more hopes and dreams. The Three of Swords is understanding that certain things have to happen in order for other things to happen. This card is heartache leads to new beginnings. And when again, some of you may be in the middle of this, the beginning of it, or at the end. At the end of this card, you look back and you go, wow, I am so grateful that I went through that either that didn't work out or that I had to learn all that stuff, because look at my life now. So it is leading you to that place where you're going to be so grateful for all the things that you've come through, but you need to go through them in order to get to that place. So just know it's leading you to some really positive things. And then where you need to focus this week is just taking those steps. Take one step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. And when you just focus on what you need to do right now in order to move forward, everything starts to happen and starts to reveal itself. The Eight of Wands is about things moving forward. So when and this thing is that it moves forward fast, right? Like arrows shooting forward. So it's really interesting, because what they're saying is the more you focus on the now rather than on the future, the faster things move. So if you're going, okay, you know what, I've got this big hill to climb to get to the success I want, and it seems like it's so daunting and I'm never going to get there and it's going to take me so long. And it's like, you know what, if you just focus on taking those steps, before you know it, you're going to be at the summit of it. It happens faster than you think. So just one step at a time, one moment at a time will actually make things happen faster than if you're trying to figure out the future and focusing on the future. Wow. And then it is telling you it is leading you to the world, which is the best card in the deck. Getting everything you want in your life. Good career, money, success, happiness, fulfillment, good health, relationships, like amazing. So all you have to do is focus on taking those steps right now, every day, every moment, and it will lead you to the world. And then what you do not see coming, Cancer, is this fulfilling new beginning. The Ace of Wands can be several things, right? It is that it's a new beginning. You might be doing exactly the same thing that you are always doing, but you're doing it differently, different attitude, different actions. So it feels like it's a whole new beginning, but you're actually doing the exact same thing, right? You're just doing it differently. So it's just fulfilling and wonderful. And it feels like it's a brand new thing. Or for some of you, it can be a whole new beginning, a whole new thing that comes in, and it is super fulfilling, and it really leads to a lot of fabulous things. The Nine of Wands is that you've come through so much, you've learned so much, you've gathered a lot of information. This is about just taking a deep breath in, giving yourself a break. It can be emotionally giving yourself a break. Stop being so hard on yourself. Just take one step at a time. It can be that you need a physical break. And then others, it's just taking a deep breath in and keep going. Ultimately, the Nine of Wands is all about perseverance. Just keep going. It's all going to come together. And then the Magician is you have all the tools you need to succeed. You have even have the tool to learn and gather new information. So if something presents itself and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do that, you can learn how to do it. You've got this. You are more capable than you give yourself credit for. So you're able to do what you want to do. You're able to create the world that you want. And as long as you keep moving forward and focusing on the steps that you need to take today, it will all come together. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. I really do appreciate it. If you could like and share my videos, that really helps. If you enjoyed my reading, if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Worry works. 90% of the things you worry about never happen.